Let's imagine this. You leave your home country, you invested lakhs, you finally land in Germany, and 6 months later, you are sitting alone in a small room. It's already dark at 4:30 p.m. You have applied to 40 internships, no responses. And you are wondering quietly, did I romanticize this too much? No one shows you this part on Instagram. Everyone shows Europe travel. But no one shows you the winter isolation. Everyone talks about international exposure, but no one talks about hundreds of job applications. And here's the twist: Germany is not disappointing, it's just not what you think it is. So, today I'll tell you the full picture, and this video is not meant to scare you. It's just that I want to share how it is in reality. I moved to Germany around 1.5 years ago. I completed my MBA here. I applied close to 100 roles, even though I had 4 years of work experience. I survived my first winter here. It's my second winter now. And I built my life from scratch here. So, what I'm sharing today is not some brochure advice, it's lived experience. Now, let's talk about what actually happens. Germany doesn't have a campus placement culture. You won't see companies lining up outside the universities to hire students. You apply, you get rejected, and you apply again. I applied to almost 100 roles before I landed my internship at BMW, and that's normal because I have understood this thing that Germany hires for fit and not just degree glamour. I mean, it's definitely good if you're graduating from a reputed university, but German employers also look at your skills, your work experience, your language ability, and your long term commitment. So, if you're expecting fast, guaranteed placements, then you will panic. But if you understand the system, if you're willing to put the hard work, if you have already made up your mind, and you have the patience to endure this system, then you will adapt and you will succeed. The second thing that nobody prepares you for is the academic shock. There is zero spoon feeding. Professors won't chase you, they won't send reminders, or there are no step by step templates. You are expected to think independently, connect theory to real projects, you manage your own time, you handle the group work, and you maintain your own grades. And yes, grades matter in Germany. Employers can actually look at your transcript, so it's better not to enjoy a lot. Honestly, the first month is overwhelming, but here's the upside: teaching is very practical. I enjoyed each and every class during my MBA because there was less memorization and more application. So, whenever I did my assignments, I was not worrying about competition or being the highest achiever or getting the highest grades. I was enjoying the learning process, and that part was better than I expected. The next thing is administration and language reality. You don't just study in Germany, you set up your entire adult life alone here. You have to manage your bank accounts, you need to do the city registration, register for health insurance, housing contracts, you go grocery shopping. But if you don't speak German, even the basic level, then trust me, things become harder. Not because the people are rude, but because the systems are rigid here. Like, your forms must be correct, your appointments must be booked. You have to follow the processes. And no, you cannot emotionally negotiate with the bureaucracy here. So, if you're someone who is considering Germany, then I highly, highly, highly recommend learning the language before moving here, at least till A2 or B1 level. I have seen my friends struggling who did not speak German at all. And trust me, it's not the kind of space you want to be, because already there is so much pressure. And on top of that, if you add the language pressure, then it gets very overwhelming. This is the part that nobody tells you clearly. Winters hit harder than academics. The days are shorter, the skies are grey most of the time, and there is silence everywhere on the streets. So, if you're coming from India like I did, you are not prepared for that darkness. And you might not even relate to this right now, but slowly and quietly you start feeling lonely. You start missing home a bit more. The festivals, family gatherings, birthdays that you miss. Honestly, this part tests your emotional stability. But here's what also happens: you become independent very fast, you learn how to solve problems alone, you panic less, and you grow more. The next thing is culture misconception. I thought that Germans were cold, and it took some time for me to figure out that they are not actually cold, they are just very structured. So, friendships here are slow, they generally take time to open up with you, but once they do, they are deep. Also, during MBA, you are expected to do a lot of networking, and what I have realized is that networking is very different in Germany as compared to other countries. Networking is not transactional here. You don't impress people with loud energy. You impress them with consistency, with substance, and follow ups. So, trust takes time here, but once it's built, it's solid. Now, coming to the turning point, if you're with me right now at this point of the video, then I want to share a very important perspective and mindset shift that happened to me, and I hope it will help you as well. So, everything changed for me when I stopped comparing. Germany is not worse than my home country, and my home country is not worse than Germany. They are just different systems. Now, when you are moving to another country, it's very natural and human to think about your older life, and you say to yourself, "Oh, I was comfortable back then." And it happened to me too. But when I stopped asking, why isn't this like back home? And started asking, how can I succeed here? Because this is what I have chosen now, my experience changed. So, all I want to say is that Germany is not glamorous, it is grounding. It rewards patience, consistency, and long term thinking. If you want fast, visible success, then this system may frustrate you. But if you want deep, structural growth, then it will shape you powerfully. Now, if you're wondering whether the ROI still makes sense despite this, then I have already broken that down in my video. Is an MBA in Germany worth it? Where I dive deep into the costs, salaries, and payback timelines. That is also an important aspect that you should know. So go check it out. I will also provide the link in the description box below. If you're planning to study in Germany, then don't come for the movie, come for the training ground. And if you're already here and struggling, you are not failing, you are just adjusting. If you want more such honest and practical advice about MBA and life in Germany, then subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.